Okay, earlier I made a video on recoloring the interior of a 86 Cutlass, but I didn't really do a very good before and after. I took photographs, but I didn't do any kind of video. So I'm going to be doing a 2001 Ford Escort. Needs to get into paint. What I'm going to do is some initial deep cleaning, and then while that's drying I'll get it masked off, and then probably tomorrow I'll do another deep cleaning on it. These are the products I plan on using here: the Simple Green, the Purple Power, and just a basic glass cleaner. This one's from Great Value, which I believe is the Walmart brand. And then I have the Bissell Green Machine. I might use it, but this little car is pretty nasty inside. I think I'm just going to use a Simple Green and scrub it down with a scrub brush, and I'll start on that now and kind of show you how that looks. Take the brush and get any loose debris, just kind of get it out of the seat, and then what we'll do is we'll get a little bit of water on it, not soaking wet, but just a little bit of water, kind of get some of the debris out of here. All I'm going to do now is just hit it with the Simple Green. Probably have to blot it up with a towel, and then maybe hit it with a vacuum, because one thing you don't want to do is just soak the seats down, because that's going to get in the foam. Too much water in the foam, especially if you don't dry it out, it's going to mildew. So you might have clean seats and they're going to smell like your old grandpa's basement. So rinse out the brush in the water, and let's scrub it again. We'll hit it again with a little bit of Simple Green again. So this is day 2. I did 2 cleanings on the seat and the floor last night. Then the car was all buttoned up, masked off, and then painted the door frame, you can see here. And so just opening it up, it looks better. It's still not, really great. A little bit dark outside right now because it's starting to rain, so probably not very easy to see this very well, but you can still see some of the staining that was really bad. The headrest definitely looks a little bit better, so I'm going to basically just scrub this down with Simple Green again, just like I did before. And we'll just start off by just spraying it on the trouble spots. Now we got a lot of the main stuff off, and might have to do this 2 or 3 more times. Hit the headrest again a little bit, and then this spot here that's really bad. Try to at least even it out, get most of the staining. Okay, so I just scrubbed it down really good with the Simple Green and some of the Purple Power, and you can see that one stain is not going to go anywhere. It's knocked it down a bit, but it's still there, so it is what it is. Most of the rest of the stuff did come out. There's a little bit of stuff in the seam that's not going to want to come out. And the floor itself looks a heck of a lot better. This is day 3, and as you can see, that spot is still a little bit there. I gave it another scrubbing and got a little bit more up, and I'm going to try some of this Berryman B12. It's a very strong degreaser. I use it for a whole bunch of different things, but typically carburetors, engine parts, transmission, stuff like that. It's a very strong degreaser. It's very similar to the old school carbon tet or carbon tetrachloride, which is a very strong cleaner. It's what the dry cleaners used to use to remove stains out of fabric. So just curious to see how it will do, and then I'm going to get started on the passenger side. So this is the passenger side of the Escort, and you can see the seat is not as bad on the passenger side as it was on the driver's side. You can't really tell it in this picture or in this video. That's actually carpet, and it's almost a solid, like I don't know what. I'm not sure what this stuff is, but it is just like baked on, embedded on, ground in, whatever. It's hard, almost like tar. That's actually carpet at one time. This is, I mean, it still is carpet, but I'm not sure if any of this stuff is going to come up. This is just, it's just incredible. We'll do the best we can, and that's it. Okay, so this is after the first go around, and this is about 30 minutes of scrubbing between the degreaser, simple green, and just some regular laundry soap, and then did the seats with the scrub brush, the simple green, and then later some laundry soap. And then what's interesting is there's so much dirt or grease or whatever's in the seat that the seat actually comes clean. But then, as you notice, after it sits for a little bit, it starts to dry out, it actually leaches stuff back out of the foam padding. So, I mean, in this case, probably this thing would just need new seats. This is my second tank, and you can see, I mean, this is, I could probably do this another 1 or 2 or 3 more times. I don't think I will, but if I could, it's bringing up a lot of water. Did find out one thing with the green machine: the wand is too short. So you guys that built the thing, make the wand a little longer. Floor turned out okay. The spot that was really bad, most of that's gone. The carpet has been damaged. So this one, like the other vehicle that I did earlier, you really just need to pull the carpet and replace it. And for the cost involved, just doesn't make a lot of sense to do that. The seats, believe it or not, turned out pretty good. Vacuumed them about 3 times, filled up 2 of those containers of just filthy nasty water. Actually 3 containers of filthy nasty water. And under the seats turned out okay. Did the sill plates, some of the side on the console, the shifter, you know, part of the dash, the lower dash, did some of that. And I still need to do some on the other side. And actually the passenger side looks a little better than the driver's side now. And so I might go back over and hit the driver's side again a little bit. Headrest turned out okay. The rest of the seats turned out okay. And it's just going to dry overnight, and then tomorrow again it's just sit out in the sun and dry really good, and then I'll dampen it all down and spray the color on it. After using the B12 on the seat, you can still see, you know, that part of that stain is there. Back seats are not in terrible shape, just some minor stains. And this is the passenger side, and so this was sitting over the weekend. So basically most of Friday, all of Saturday, and all of Sunday, the cars had a chance to air out. And somebody sent me this product here, Campanelli, and not being sponsored by them, but I was going to try it out. They asked me to try it out, and I'm going to try it first on an area of the front bolster on the front seat that has like black smudge marks. Not sure what that's caused by. Almost looks like smudge marks from tire or something. So this is the final of the back seat area. Have a little bit of the issue with the rear seats as I do with the front seats. The dirt was so embedded that you clean the fabric and the foam wicks the dirt back up to the fabric. So even using the green machine where you're vacuuming out the water and the soap is just so full of dirt that the only way you're going to redo this is replace the foam and reupholster the seats. And the footwells were fairly filthy, pretty much like the front. That's about as clean as they're going to be. I already dumped a lot of the rinse water. This is like the 5th rinse, and you can still see how dirty it is. It's I could probably do this another 5 times and it'd still look about the same. So the interior for the little red car is pretty much done. I'll show what that looks like here in a moment. And this is what we ended up using: 2.5 bottles of the simple green concentrate. And for whatever reason, the Walmart that's near my house quit selling the concentrate, and now they just sell this one, which is the ready to use. Bottle of the purple power, and you can see the glass cleaner. Didn't really use that much except like on the plastic and when finishing it up. The glass cleaner is just not strong enough. Used about a half a box of the washing soda. Did a pretty good job on the carpets. Use a little bit of the Campanelli as a new product, just trying it out. It does a really good job. And anyway, and then for some of the really tough stains, and then a spot on the passenger side front carpet, I use the Berryman. So this is the front, and still not perfect, and you can see these were the front seats that were so incredibly dirty, and you can see that they're still stained a little bit, and it needs more color to even that out, get rid of the staining. So I'll pick up some more dye and redo the seats. It looks like I still need to do the carpet some more, maybe another 1 or 2 times. Day 2, so let it sit overnight, let it dry. And if you can remember what the carpet looked like before. So as you can see, still need to finish the back seat, the back deck still needs done, and I'll shoot the backs of the front seats again. So this is the second set of coloring the seats, and as you can see, the carpet looks a heck of a lot better. I'm just still using the dark charcoal gray. I did get a bottle of the black too, in case I need to use black. It's a deluxe cloth interior, and yet, in it being a larger car, I only used 5 bottles of the spray to color it all, and it all came out looking good, and it all came out consistent. Yet this, I'm already on like my 10th spray bottle trying to recolor these seats, and as you can tell, where the grease and grime were the worst, it's not covering it up very well. I think the fabric has been just so damaged, and I actually got black. I don't know if I have to go to black just to get rid of the grease and grime and stains, or just leave it as is. This seat is still wet. I just sprayed it again, so it's not dry. You can see the stain on the front. The stain on the front will just not go away. The seat looks better, but it's not giving me the appeal that I would like to see. Back seats came out pretty good. So the back seats are done, and the back seats were not that dirty, so you don't have as many issues with the back. They're going to have to dry as well, and once everything's dry, you'll get an idea where the dark and light spots are and what needs recovered or not. And that's going to be it for the night. And that's just RIT Dye. I use the charcoal gray. The charcoal gray comes out almost black on the carpet, and a light gray on the seats. And if the staining doesn't go away, I might end up just going with a darker color. I might have to. Don't want to, but I might have to.